Bitcoin is the singularity where once you cross that threshold, basically everything, all roads lead to it. You can live outside of it once you get close enough or whatever it is, all roads, once you pass that event horizon, Bitcoin is a point in your future.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Jeff Booth examines BTC versus the monetary system, discussing digital disruption and financial evolution. Let's watch and reveal ideas and learn how these concepts transform our economic landscape.
Everybody's putting in another balance sheet because for me personally, it means my purchasing power increases forever. But what about a city? Well, they take taxes from you to be able to provide services. And by the time they spend on the services, they can't provide the service they thought they were going to give because the money's broken. So you complain to them, why are they taxing me more and more and more? It's because the money's broken, because the services don't go as far. And that exists everywhere. And then we're inside that system trying to gain more money inside that system, giving it all of our strength, yelling at this person or this person, when we could just move our energy to the honest system.
So Jeff, I do agree with your premise, your concept about, things should be, things should be fair. Things should not be corrupted. Like when we work, the output of our work should be given to us for what the value is, right? And so what would you say, because I think for me, the hardest thing to grasp, especially if I try to talk to people about Bitcoin that are not in it, right? They say things like, well, it seems like a lot of people who criticize Bitcoin, they criticize it because it's not tangible. It's not something that they can touch. It's not like a home. I can't house a family with it, right?
Which is interesting, because do they criticize this podcasting thing, or do they criticize Google or Facebook when they use these things every day that they can't touch? Right. The whole point of anything is to provide more value. This is what's different here is this is a base layer, provide more value to all of society by imposing the free market. You might not like it or not. They might not like it, but it's not negotiating with them. It doesn't care. They should care, but it doesn't.
Wow. That's just powerful there. I have a question. Okay. Well, first of all, I found it interesting that in like the bull case that you were saying, or the weight of your argument was on the fact that it is decentralized and an immutable ledger, but you didn't speak anything about the finite supply.
So I consider that part of the unchanging rules.
Okay.
Because when like incorruptible changing. So the way that works, and the nodes control all. So my node has to confirm all the transactions. Mm-hmm. What that would mean is my node would have to vote against my best interests for a change like that, and it won't happen.
But do you see the fact that Bitcoin has a finite supply as a fundamental reason why living within that system is the true free market?
Yes. It's a ledger that can't be manipulated. Yeah, it's a ledger that can't be manipulated. It's a ledger that can't change. Why can't it change? But it's not just that. It's a whole bunch of different pieces about that essentially enforces honest rules. I download open source code, run a node. Are these transactions what they said they would be? So it imposes essentially an honest ledger, and lots of people try to cheat this, right? FTX, and not the FTX just, but I suspect through banking, government, and everything else. FTX wasn't just like, if you think about how much money was spread around politicians. This was an attack against Bitcoin, so that they could try to regulate. So anybody who cheats Bitcoin gets wiped out, and they always have. If you were just honestly acted with the honest network and just bought it or held more of it instead of tried to consolidate it, you would do better than getting, and which is fascinating, right? It's the only time in history we've ever had something that the cheaters get flushed out, the honest thrive.
Strategy's Bitcoin holdings remain a standout in the current market turmoil. Michael Saylor's firm holds nearly 500,000 BTC, valued at over $41 billion at current prices, and has secured more than $7 billion in profit, despite Bitcoin's recent drop to around $80,000. On March 10, Bitcoin recorded its largest weekly decline on record, falling from $93,379 on March 3 to a low of $80,610, a 13.6% plunge in just 1 week. Although prices have recovered slightly to about $82,000, the overall market remains volatile. Despite the downturn, Strategy has continued its disciplined buying approach. The company purchased its BTC at an average price of $66,423, spending a total of $33.1 billion. This dollar-cost averaging tactic has resulted in a 24% unrealized gain, showcasing the benefits of steady accumulation over time. Other companies that recently entered the Bitcoin market, such as Semler Scientific and Metaplanet, have not fared as well, with significant losses on their holdings. According to blockchain analytics, Strategy spent $23 billion on Bitcoin since November 2024, but these recent acquisitions are now valued at only about $20 billion, reflecting an unrealized loss. The firm's long-term strategy highlights a commitment to weathering market volatility and capitalizing on Bitcoin's inherent potential. Investors continue to monitor Strategy's moves closely, drawing lessons from its resilient approach during challenging times and finding inspiration in its unwavering focus on long-term gains. Strategy's robust performance serves as a reminder that a disciplined long-term approach can yield impressive results even during periods of significant market stress. Indeed,
The system we have now definitely rewards those who try to circumvent it or cheat it or game it.
Yeah, and this is the only thing that, and how do you act? How do you jump? All you have to do is understand it, run a node, contribute to it, and all of a sudden you're part of a global consensus network that can't be cheated.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to say we are Bitcoin. It's not something outside of us. It's put the honest in control of a network for everybody. So it inscribes the best of us into a network for the best for us. That can't be cheated. So as more and more people come and try and cheat it, and lots of people will, they'll try to consolidate it. And if you're trusting somebody else to hold your Bitcoin, mm-hmm. you're introducing counterparty risk, right? And you're paying to introduce counterparty risk,
mm-hmm.
which is ludicrous, right? When you can hold in self custody, have no counterparty risk, and forever have increasing purchasing power.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you want to, if you knew what we just said, if you truly know, why would you be playing in meme coins? Why would you be playing in all of this nonsense?
Well, that's straight game.
But again, I go to Vegas every once in a while. I like gambling, but I'm not like
you don't have a big Shiba Inu.
Exactly.
You're not
but you realize all of those things, it's not just gambling. It's perpetuating the crime of our existing financial system, which is based on theft, right? You're actively driving more and more miscommunication, more and more, and because they're all zero-sum games. Somebody has to lose for you to win.
You know, Jeff, the thing that you say is, though it's true, right? Wouldn't it? I mean, I know you do your job, you do your part. You go into these podcasts, you pretty much, try to educate as much as you can, try to reach as much as possible, as we do, right? But I feel like people have just been stubborn. Like, I I know I'm measuring it from the old system, but when Bitcoin hit a specific price milestone, nobody even cared. And because people were still doubting it, right? So this is just going to reflect back on what I said is I truly feel that before we shift into this different paradigm, I feel like people are going to have to suffer. Like people are going to be left behind.
So you were right there. And I guess that's where I want to be careful of this. This isn't a light switch. This is going to happen for a long time, and it's going to be chaotic on both sides. But it can be a light switch for you. Each individual, you live in a time where you could move to the honest network and no one can stop you. You can put more time. If you're spending 2% of your time there, spend 4%. If you're spending 4%, spend 8%. Every time you move more time to the honest network, you will be rewarded more. It might not happen immediately, but it'll be rewarded more. Why? It's really quite simple.
Bitcoin's price journey remains unpredictable amid market volatility. Yet a recent Monte Carlo simulation offers a glimpse into a potentially bullish future. This statistical tool, which uses random sampling to simulate various outcomes, projects that Bitcoin could reach a peak of $713,000 at the 95th percentile, with a broad price target range between $51,430 and $713,000 by September 2025. Starting from an initial price of about $82,655, the model calculates a mean final price of $258,445. These forecasts suggest that despite current challenges, there is room for dramatic price increases if market conditions turn favorable. The Monte Carlo approach relies on the geometric Brownian motion framework, which captures Bitcoin's historical volatility, while factoring in possible future shifts. While sentiment indicators, such as the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, reflect extreme fear at present, the simulation injects a note of optimism into Bitcoin's outlook. It is important to remember that this model is not a guarantee, but rather a range of potential outcomes that reflect Bitcoin's inherent uncertainty and risk. Recent technical signals, including Bitcoin's drop below its 200-day exponential moving average, have intensified market anxiety. Yet these same signals could mark the beginning of a robust rebound. With the possibility of an 800% increase on the upside, the analysis encourages investors to stay engaged and keep a close eye on evolving market trends as Bitcoin continues to challenge expectations. This analysis underlines both the potential rewards and the inherent risks in Bitcoin's volatile market, urging careful observation for every investor. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.